Hey everyone. I've been working hard in therapy, physical therapy. I go to therapy for counseling. I got a decision to make about my back, so a lot of factors playing into that. But anyway, I don't know what my topic is as yet, but I'm sure it's going to tie in nicely. The poem is called Same League. You must have thought we were in the same league. We were not on the same team and you were not in my division. I slowly added you, multiplied and subtracted what you stole from me. What you didn't know is I predicted that you already sold your soul. You fighting a war so bold, league. You lost the battle with the whole league won. Your children are the best of you. When your body grows cold, no one remembers the rest of you. You thought you played me. I was playing chess with the spirit who spade you. You must have thought we were in the same league. I spared you. You were bowling down the wrong alley, turned the corner, forgot to watch the strike come in. I spared you. You must have thought we were in the same league. But I spared you. The battle was already won even before I entered the ring. I didn't have to fight you. My fight was within. The ancestors dealt with you accordingly. The life you saved may have just been your own. For the lives you slaughtered will never leave you alone. Bitch. All right, so I hope you liked my poem. That was called Same League. Your girl have a little bit of skills. All right, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. So today I am doing legs. Before I started the video, I was stretching. I was stretching for a good 10 minutes just to warm up and to loosen any tightness in my muscles. Right now I'm doing single leg squats and I do each leg, that's single leg, but I tend to do more repetitions on my right leg because it's a little bit weaker. The muscle, it's a little bit weaker because over the years I've had some issues with that leg. And when I measured it probably 2-3 weeks ago, it was about an inch difference between my left leg. My right leg is also stronger because for several years I've been going through a lot of pain and weakness with it. Anyways, so I did this for 4 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions. All right, everyone. So I'm pretty warmed up. So as I say in prior videos, when I get warmed up, I start taking off clothes. If you will notice in these videos, I keep rubbing that right leg. It is still, especially the hip, it is still hurting me. Today, especially doing legs, I have a knee brace on because this right knee feels like it's tending to buckle on me. It could be my lovely arthritis acting up. So these single leg squats are very good with strengthening these lovely legs of mine, but especially giving more strength or having me isolate certain movements and increase the muscular gains in one leg over another. Because many times when I'm doing squats, I feel like I tend to put more weight on my left leg, which is my stronger leg, as you can see from my lovely quads and hamstring. But my right leg is coming along too. I have been in excruciating pain for the past few weeks, more so a week and a half, and it has been just never ending. It's left me in tears, my body. So one side felt like the numbness, the tingling, the burning, but then now my whole body was feeling like it was on fire. And then I tried to explain to my doctor, and they're like, we don't know what's going on. Let's just do a whole lab workout. So I did a whole lab workout. They just gave me my results. And I was looking forward to figure out what's going on with my body. Why does it feel like it's on fire? Like I feel just very tired. And the doctor called. They have this thing where they have to go over the results with me. And the doctor was just like, well, your lab result came back fine. There's no concerns here. Everything's normal. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure, doctor? She's like, yeah, there's no concern. Maybe, anemia was not really a concern, but, it's a little bit low for your blood, your level. And I was just like, so is it a concern or is it not concern? She's like, no concern. And I said, but what's going on with the burning? Why do I keep feeling burning all over my body? And she's like, well, from your MRI, there's something going on with your back. And I said, I do know that. It's my back. It's been in pain for the past 6 years now. I know that. And she's like, well, there's an impingement on your nerve, and that's where you're getting that burning, that numbness, pins and needles. And I said, I understand that, but my whole body feels like it's on fire, and that's a new sensation. So what's going on with that? And then she was like, well, if you feel up to it, you can come into the doctor's office and we can figure out what's going on. And I said, I was just at the doctor's office a week and a half ago. That's why you're going over the lab result with me, because I took blood work. And she's like, oh, okay, well, keep doing therapy. And if you have any questions, get back to me. So I was like, can I please have a copy of the lab result? And I know you have other patients to see. Thank you for your time. So I just want to say I really love my doctor's office, and they are so thorough. I really appreciate them, and they answer every and any question I have, all of my questions. However, they know me, and they know I want everything, every paperwork, every document. She sent me the lab report. I perused. I went through all 15 pages with a fine-tooth comb. Let me tell you. So I just want to say that these shorts are short, but I have like a bathing suit or a trunk, shorts underneath that. And one of my girls, who is a professional bodybuilder, she just said, I got to get used to being naked. I get used to being looked at or get comfortable with my skin, and it really helps to just wear sports bras sometimes or short shorts to see my body, see how the muscles are moving and what's working. And I do understand what she's saying. I appreciate that. All right. So I incorporated some ab workout here. Prior to this, I was doing lunges with the kettlebell. So that was a great workout. Forward lunges with the kettlebell going in between, interweaving between each legs. I really felt the burn with that. So all of these, I'm doing 4 sets with the rest breaks as needed. So after the doctor happened to call me, one of my good friends called me. And she was like, hey, just called checking on you, and I check it on her. We just, talk to each other at least 2-3 times a week. And I just let her know I just spoke to the doctor, got my lab results back. And she was like, great. And I said, no, it's not great. The doctor said everything's fine. She's like, that's great, isn't it? I said, no, it's not great. Because I've been awaiting these results because something's going on with my body. And she was like, could it be, Trisha, that you're looking for something that's not there? And I said, what do you mean? And she was just like, sometimes you may be feeling something and you may want something to be there that's not there. And I said, what do you mean? My body is burning. It is on fire. It is hurting. It is there. I feel it. I'm living it every day. She's like, oh, okay. And then she added, look at me, for instance. I'm here in the bed. I have to wait for someone to change me. I can't move. I'm paralyzed. And here I am. I can't see. I'm also blind. And I was just like, hold up. I don't know how this conversation went from me to you. We're talking about me here. And I know, I understand, I can't relate, but over the years I've been with you, we met in rehab. I was an occupational therapist at a facility where she was at. And somebody was like, oh, there's a lady from the Bronx here, and you're from the Bronx. You should go talk to her. So that's how we met. But anyway, I was just like, I just want to say that I feel like you're invalidating my experience right now. And she's like, no, I just wanted you to know that whatever you're going through, God is still good. And I said, I know God is good. I'm not questioning God's goodness today. Yesterday I was. Because why would he want me to be in pain? I've been in pain for 6 years. I can't. Where's this God? I'm in so much pain. She's like, all right, Trisha, let's pray. Take a deep breath. And I said, this is not okay. I feel like I'm living the story of Job. This is not okay. This is not. She's like, see, this is what we just had a talk about something, and now you're adding all these other things. Let's come back. Let's come back. And I was just like, no. So I was anticipating that these results are going to tell me what's wrong with my body, And she's like, well, maybe just go back to the doctor, and just figure out what it is. And I said, I'll call you back later. I didn't want to talk to her anymore. I said, I'll call you back later. I love you, but you're not saying what I want to hear right now. So I'm going to call you back later. I'm going to go talk to my therapist or something. No, I was actually looking at my email waiting for the results. I get the results back now. And mind you, the doctor said everything was good, right? Everything was good. Nothing came up, nothing alarming. I get the results back now, guys. The first thing you see in the paper, they show you your abnormal results. Okay? So I was like, my doctor said everything's good. MCV is low. That stands for mean corpuscular volume. Okay? So that measures the size of your red blood cells. That was low. Not too low, but low enough. It could indicate anemia. My bilirubin was high. Vitamin B12 was high. Vitamin B2, was high. Reverse T3 serum was low. So I was like, how this lady said all these things? And I said, nah. And then I started delving deep, and I'm like, okay, this will give me some clarity as to what's going on with me. But this is just crazy. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of the significance of my test results. And I don't mind sharing because I did make this page or this YouTube channel for the 51.6 million people who suffer from chronic pain. I wanted to showcase an individual, myself, who is going through chronic pain and how I still attain or achieve goals that I have. One of my goals is to be a figure bodybuilder. It's also to work in the field of public health and advocate different laws for people who have disabilities, those who suffer from mental health, community health, as well as maternal health. So before my injury, I was working with children who have special needs. I was working in the school system. I'm an occupational therapist by trade. Occupational therapy is a branch of healthcare who help people from all ages who have physical, sensory, and cognitive problems. Our goal is to help these individuals gain independence with their activities of daily living. All right, so I've been in pain for a number of years. It was a herniated disc that didn't absorb. Many people suffer from herniated discs, but they tend to absorb on their own. And my doctor informed me a few months it should go away. But months passed, years passed, and it wasn't until 3 years later my herniated disc resolved. The doctor said I was in the 10%, that it didn't go away on its own, and I may need to think about surgery. The herniated disc went away over time. However, other issues came with it. My disc has worn down, worn away, and it's pretty much worn away to the point where it's not giving me or giving the stability that my spine needs in my lumbar region. Another thing, I have stenosis. It has narrowed. So just a lot of things building up. The stabbing pain, the burning I'm feeling, the weakness in my right leg has gotten worse. And my herniated disc happened to have come back. All right, having said all that, why it's important for individuals who have chronic pain to get their labs done yearly is because the medications you're taking can mess up different organs in your body, especially the liver. Painkillers and fever reducers have this tendency to really cause damage to your liver, especially those pain pills that contain acetaminophen. So it's very important to get your lab to see what's going on. And your doctor, if the doctor has been following you for a while, they will request that you do lab results. And they would and should also highlight and encourage you to be cautious or mindful of taking too many pills, because it can cause injury to different organs in your body. Okay, so I have struggled with anemia over the years. I know that. So I do take iron supplements to help with that. Another thing was a concern for me. My bilirubin. Bilirubin is basically a yellowish pigment that's produced by the breakdown of your red blood cells. All right. This, if it's too high, it could indicate something is going on with your liver. All right, or that the liver is not working properly, because usually the liver clears out the bilirubin. Another thing, as far as my B2, that is riboflavin. Riboflavin is used with other enzymes, and it is involved in the growth of cells, energy production, and the breakdown of fats, steroids, and medications. So riboflavin is found in meat and fortified foods. A lot of cereals have it. Also in nuts and green vegetables. So fun fact, they no longer store milk in a glass because riboflavin is getting exposed. When it gets exposed to too much light, it can deactivate from its usable form. So now that's why milk are in cartons or opaque plastic containers. Hey everyone, so now I'm gonna stretch. My legs are really hurting me. I'm gonna still do some leg workout, but I feel like my legs are cramping up now, getting tight. All right, everyone. So, I usually discuss a specific topic every time I have this YouTube session. This is the topic I really don't want to talk about, but as I said in prior videos, what I don't want to talk about, I need to. This topic is very emotionally charged topic for me, but I think there's no better time to discuss it than the second day of Women's History Month. Today I will be talking about domestic violence. It's actually called intimate partner violence. It's a pattern of behavior used by one partner to maintain power and control over another partner in an intimate relationship. This does not discriminate. Domestic violence or intimate partner violence does not discriminate by race, gender, income, education level, behavior. It includes physical harm, intimidation, manipulation, control of a partner to force them to behave in ways they don't want to. Certain types of abuse can be emotional abuse, there's physical violence, threats, but also financial control. I want you to understand that domestic violence, or IPV, can happen to anyone. Men and women both suffer from this. It's not only just a woman problem, even though more women are impacted, as the data shows. However, it could also be that certain men aren't comfortable with coming forward. They may be mocked, they may be demeaned, they may even be endangered even more. And the results pertaining to women are questionable as well, because some women do not come forward and complain, testify, or even charge their abuser. So I want you to know, if you think that it can never happen to you, one, never say never, and two, that is not the best mentality to have, because something you think can never happen to you may just happen to you. I'm not wishing that upon anybody. I want you or anyone you know to get the help you need, and there's help out there. It's about finding the courage and the strength, finding the resources, finding the God in you and that you serve. If you do believe in God, I believe in God, as I said, and most of all, remembering your power. It's easy to sit there and say, I don't know how this happened to me, woe is me, but you need to get out as soon as possible. It won't get better. And this is coming from a woman who has been in your shoes. I may have not been hit. I don't have any physical scars, but I do have emotional scars. So I see you, I feel you, I hear you, I am you. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence states in statistics 1 out of 4 women and 1 out of 9 men experience intimate partner violence, also called domestic violence. This involves sexual assault, stalking with injury, STD, contraction. 1 out of 15 children are exposed to intimate partner violence. Per the Centers of Disease Control, 41% of women and 26% of men experience contact sexual violence, physical violence, and are stalking by an intimate partner. Women ages 18 to 24 and 25 to 34 experience the highest rates of intimate partner violence. I want you to understand that COVID has brought out even more issues of domestic violence, and this is not okay. And even though certain countries and certain places do not calculate, do not track the violence that's occurring against women, it does not mean it's not occurring. No data, no data. I always say data. And it doesn't mean that it's not happening. So remember that. So these are some things to look out for when someone's telling you that you never do anything right. This is someone that you're in a relationship with. When they're saying they're saying insulting things, demeaning or shaming you in front of your family members or peers, when they're preventing you from making decisions, controlling finances without discussing things with you, when they're showing extreme jealousy of your friends or family and the time spent away from them, when they're intimidating you through threatening looks or actions, when they're insulting your parenting or threatening to harm you or take away your children, when they're intimidating you with weapons like guns, knives. What financial abuse looks like: when they provide allowance and closely monitor how you spend it, when they're depositing your paycheck into an account you cannot have access to, when they're stopping you from working, limiting your hours, getting you fired, forcing you to work certain jobs, when they're maxing out your credit cards without permission and not paying the credit card bills, harming your credit score, when they're stealing from your family, you or your friends, when they live in your home but refusing to work or contribute to the household, when they're refusing to provide money for necessary or shared expenses. Digital abuse look like this. They use the use of technology and internet to bully, harass, stalk, intimidate, and control a partner. This is a form of verbal or emotional abuse. When they're telling you who you can and cannot follow or be friends with, when they're sending you negative, insulting, or threatening messages, when they're insulting or humiliating you in a post online, including posting unflattering photos or videos, when they're using any kind of smart home technology, speakers, or security cameras to track you or your movements, your communication or activities. You must save or document all these messages, photos for evidence, and reach out to domesticshelters.org if you need help to find a safe place. Text or call 988 if you're in crisis. Remember your power. And I just want to tell you, I believe in you. I know you have the strength. I know you have the power. I want you to live to tell the story, and I'm proud of you.